Assalamu alaikum everybody. I just want to send all my love to everybody out there on this amazing, the last Friday of Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, you know, I've made it through. Inshallah, I hope everybody watching this is blessed with good things in the future. I hope that everybody in your family is healthy and happy. I hope that you see many more days. I hope the sun continues to shine, and I hope that wherever you are, wherever you need sun, you get it. If you need rain, you get it. Inshallah. If you know, obviously I wanted to do a lot more of these Ramadan videos. It's obviously been a bit of a crazy month for everybody. I've had my own challenges. If you look at my previous video, explains a little bit more about that, dealing with anger and patience and all that. But today I wanted to read out some passages from the Quran which I in particular love. Of course, there's so many beautiful passages from the Quran. These are just a few of them. Now this here is an English translation of the Quran. Now it's important to remember, I've got 2 points there, but the first one I want to talk about a few passages from the Quran. The most important thing I want to remember is that this is an English translation, so my words will not give this beautiful text justice. You know, it was written, I believe all texts sound better and make more sense in their beautiful original language, whether it's the Quran of Arabic, the Bible of Aramaic, or the Torah with Hebrew. Because the words in Arabic just don't exist in English. You know, the English language didn't come till 500, 600, 700 years after this beautiful book. Or the Quran was, of course, given to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. It was a verbal thing. People, because back then everyone it was a very verbal thing. And of course, after that was made sure to put into a book to be preserved for time, because of course with humans over time things can change. That's why if you put it down on paper it will stay the same, inshallah. So I'm going to read some passages, but remember these things will sound much more beautiful and make a lot more sense in Arabic. But I'm hoping that I can reach a lot of people with this. So here we go. This is Surah 2 Al-Baqarah, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Surah 2, section 36, verse 262. Those who spend their substance in the cause of Allah and follow not up their gifts with reminders of their generosity or with injury, for them their reward is with their Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve. Going on to 263. Kind words and the covering of faults are better than charity followed by injury. Allah is free of all wants and He is most forbearing. Now that's something very important, because a lot of the time we believe that generosity must be rewarded and must be rewarded immediately. And too often we're not being generous for the point of being generous. We're not giving things away for the point of giving things away. Do it because it is a kind thing to do. Do it because it's the right thing to do. And this is acts of service, acts of love, whatever it is. Do it because it is the right thing to do. Don't do it because so you could ask someone something back. Don't do it because you want to have somebody underneath your thumb. That's not the way to do it, okay? And this goes for all things. This goes for, I see a lot of people these days who will be generous to somebody that they wish to marry, but asking, you know, using their generosity in a way to try and ask for things back, and you know, and that's not allowed. You can't be doing that. You should be doing something because you want to show your affections, not because you demand said things back. And this is a problem that a lot of people have. Okay, a lot of the time you'll say a nice thing to someone, you want them to say a nice thing back. I know I've definitely had that problem. I wanted to say nice things, people have them back, but you're meant to say it because it's the right thing to do. And it says there that the forgiving of faults is better than charity followed by injury. If you give something away, like a lot of, you know, it's going to be talking about loan sharks. Again, that's the beauty of the Quran, is that it's applicable to so many situations. For example, that could, you know, the whole, you know, doing good for people, reminding, that could be seen as, you know, guys who will pay for a first date and then, you know, expect or demand something in return. Not good at all. Or someone who will give somebody who's desperate money and then want it back immediately, or keep reminding, don't forget what I did for you. Again, not good, you know. And that is the beauty of the things. These are applicable for so many situations, because fortunately people don't change over time. not in 1400 years either, it seems. So what I want people to remember is do good, be kind to people, don't remind them all the time, do it because it's the right thing to do. Okay, I'm going to carry on the page opposite. There's another section which I really like. It goes like this. Here we go. This is again Surah 2, section 37. This one is now, and this is 271. It goes, if ye disclose acts of charity, even so it is well. But if ye conceal them, and make them reach those really in need, that is best for you. It will remove you from some of your stains of evil, and Allah is well acquainted with what ye do. And that is, if you do a good thing, a lot of the time, it's not saying it's haram to do a good thing and tell others about it. But the Quran is saying right there that it is even better to do a good thing for someone. Tell nobody. If you do a good thing for somebody, and even they don't know it was you, you can sit back and know that you did a good thing. And that's the most important thing, is you do it because it's the right thing to do. And, you know, to Muslims, that's you saying, to Muslims, Christians or Jews, or any God-fearing person, I believe that's you saying that God knows you did a good thing. And that's enough. That's all you ever need. To those who believe in different religions, or those who believe in no religion, I believe, again, the same concept, the same principle is there. Do good because it's the right thing to do. Do good for others because it's the right thing to do. Do good knowing the mere feeling of knowing you did good, that person's life is better now because of you, that you were a good thing in their life, and they may not even know it. They may not know, but you then become a blessing to your life, to their life, and that is the best thing a person could be. You go out there and you do something good for somebody, and they don't even know it was you. You can sit back and know you did a good thing, and you are a good person. Okay? It's not bad to tell people what good things you did, but it's even better to just sit back and watch your deed and the effects that come afterwards. That's a really, really, really good thing to do. That's why I feel like, you know, feeding the homeless is an incredible thing to do. Filming yourself feeding the homeless, you know, you're still doing a good deed, but make sure you do it because it's the right thing to do. Now we're going to go slightly later in the Quran to one of the last sections. Excuse me, I should really be using my right hand. There we go. Another little fun fact. So this actually helped a lot with if my history is correct. A lot of the time, what a lot of Muslims will do, and I believe a lot of other religions will do as well, is they will have one hand. So they'll have a hand which they'll use to eat with and hold the Quran with. So I'm guessing, you know, if your right hand would be your right hand, and they'll have another hand which they would, you know, clean themselves with, go to the toilet with, kind of thing. And that's why you have one hand for one thing, one hand for the other. Obviously you wash your hands still, but I believe it was North African Muslims who first introduced that concept into Europe and helped a lot of people from the plague. And now, all these years later, we're told to wash our, you know, people need to wash their hands again. It's almost like a loop, but everyone stay safe out there and wash your hands when you can. So this one is Surah 109 Al-Kafrim. There's those who reject faith. So those who are not Muslim, those who are different faiths or no faith. And this simple section, it's only not even a paragraph. This is what the Quran says, how you should treat people who believe in different things than you do. So simple, and it's not ambiguous. Some of the Quran is ambiguous, just like a Rorschach painting, to see what kind of person you are. This is not ambiguous, it's very clear. Listen up. It says, say, O ye who reject faith, I worship not which ye worship, nor will ye worship that which I worship, and I will not worship that which ye have been wont to worship, nor will ye worship that which I worship. To you be your way, and to me be mine. And that's it. That is literally it. That is what the Quran, that is what this beautiful, beautiful book tells you. Literally. If someone believes something different to you, okay. You believe your thing, I'll believe mine. Let's live. Live and let live, that's it. That is literally it. It's not to, and a lot of people who don't understand the Quran, who watch certain areas of the news a lot, will think that they know what the Quran has told us to do. No, the Quran has told us just that: to live and let live, to love. You believe something different from me? Cool. I believe something different from you? Cool. That's it. That's it. That's literally it. It's so simple. It's such a simple... It's not... There are passages in the Quran which go pages to 20 pages, 30 pages sometimes I believe. Okay? There are passages in the Quran which speak about everything from life, the beginning of life, in the womb of sperm. It is everything from talking about, about not charging interest, everything from the heavens, how the world was created. And what it says about that is such a simple, straightforward instruction. Okay? That's all it says. Okay? And people will take out little pieces from the Quran here and there. Mostly the Quran says to defend yourself if someone's fighting you, but if they stop, you stop. A lot of people will take things out of context there. But no, it says quite clearly right there, those who believe different things from you, live and let live, and that's it. Okay, and that's what I've lived my life. I have friends and people in my life of all religions, and all religions, of all creeds, of all sexualities, of all of that, and people who live different lives, people who have had different experiences, people who will believe similar things to me and different things to me, and it's a beautiful thing. Because live and let live. And speaking of sexualities, that brings me on to my next point, and that is to all of the LGBTQ community who are Muslim. I just want to say a massive salam alaikum to you. I love you. You are all incredible. You are braver than I will ever be. I love you all. There are so many parts of this sometimes horrible world that are against you. But know that I am not. Okay, and there'll be people out there who try to invalidate your faith, your Islam. No, you are just as Muslim as anybody else. Okay, and it makes me so angry when I see people who profess themselves to be Muslims judging other Muslims. Okay, who are we to judge? Are we? Because if you judge somebody else as a Muslim, in our Quran it says quite clearly only Allah is to judge. So it says only Allah is to judge and to not worship anybody else. And if you're putting yourself in that position to judge other people, what are you trying to say about yourself? Exactly, not a good place to be. So, your sexuality and your faith, they coincide with each other. Don't let... I know it's controversial, but we are here to accept Muslims of all kinds. Straight Muslims, gay Muslims, bi Muslims, lesbian Muslims, trans Muslims. You are all Muslims. Don't let people tell you you're not Muslims, because you are Muslim just like me. Okay, and I love you all. Okay, and Allah created you the way you are, as Allah created me the way I am. Okay, and that's as simple as that. Okay, and I love you, and you are loved. Okay, and it's as simple as that. Okay, and I love you, and I accept you, and I support you. And please do not let anybody tell you different. Okay, because remember, Islam is between you and Allah. Okay, nobody else, not your parents, not friends, nobody else, between Allah and you. And Allah knows your heart. Okay, so please don't be disheartened by but there are people in our community who are not accepting, and that is wrong. Okay, do not be disheartened by that. You are loved and you are accepted by so many. You are incredible and you are brave. Okay, and to everybody, to the people out there who attack Muslims within the LGBTQ community, you are driving people away from our beautiful faith, and you do not speak for me. Okay, our faith is one of welcoming and openness. Okay, for Islam is a religion for all people of all places of all times. Okay, and the LGBTQ community have existed for longer than you could possibly imagine. Okay, and it is not down to you to decide whether they are Muslim or not. So I just wanted to say a special shout out to the LGBTQ Muslims. I just want to say massive Assalamu alaikum to you, and you're all amazing, and you inspire me. Okay, so keep going out there, keep being amazing. Okay, and inshallah, I hope that you have happiness, health, and opportunity. Inshallah. And yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to cover, really. I wanted to talk a little bit about my favourite passages from the Quran, give a special shout out to Muslims within the LGBTQ community, and yeah. This will probably be my last Ramadan Diary, I think. I might do one for Eid, actually. Better days are coming. I'm saying that to myself as much as to any of you. It's scary at the moment. Lots of bad people, lots of ignorant people doing very selfish things. But you're not one of them. You're a wonderful, wonderful person. And you deserve the best. Inshallah, you're going to get that. Okay? And I hope that, like I said, may Allah bless all of you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for your kind and patient ears. Thank you for all of your support of everything. And most of all, thank you for reminding me that there is good in the world. Now, take care. Keep being amazing. Keep being amazing. In English, I say peace be unto you. In Arabic, I'd say salam alaikum. In Hebrew, I'd say shalom aleichem. But most of all, just thank you for everything. Better days are upon us, my friend, inshallah. Take care.